the world as we knew it. Hey, this is RC. I'm going to watch this video. You're going to watch it with me, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions after the video. Let's go.
From ABC 7, live breaking news.
I was ringing up somebody, and then we heard two big gunshots.
One or two shots pop, like 2 times.
I want to leave the house, guys. I'm laughing now because I'm traumatized, but it was really terrifying. And like she said, it's not worth the 50% off.
Yeah. I'm only online shopping now. Like, when I come to the mall, this is like an actual possibility.
I'm telling you, this is life perspective changing and makes you reassess what you've been doing until now.
A shooting at Valley Fair Mall in San Jose on one of the busiest shopping days of the year, sparking chaos, forcing some people to barricade themselves into stores, others into hiding storage rooms, while thousands more are forced to evacuate. Good evening, and thank you so much for being with us, Madam Francis Wang. San Jose police say it all started just after 5:40 this evening outside of the Macy's store on the second floor of the mall, which is located here on Stevens Creek Boulevard in San Jose. We do have ABC7 News team coverage with ABC7 News reporter.
It's Black Friday shooting, by the way.
And employees who heard the shooting. But we're going to begin with Ansar Hassan for the very latest on the victims and the investigation. Ansar?
Francis, good evening. We were able to confirm with San Jose police that there are 3 gunshot victims, 2 adults, 1 16-year-old girl, all with non-life-threatening injuries. No arrests have been made, but police want the public to understand that this was an isolated incident and that the area around the mall is safe. Police with machine guns escorting shoppers and mall employees out of Macy's. They were sheltering in place following a shooting at Westfield Valley Fair Mall in San Jose.
We heard like loud bang sounds, and so we didn't think much of it. We thought like maybe something fell or something, and then we heard it continuously, and then glass shattered. So we ducked down.
Thousands of shoppers at the mall for Black Friday stampeding to get out or find shelter after hearing gunshots.
We heard what sounded like to me possible fireworks. In your brain wanted to be fireworks, but we heard people screaming and running. We knew instantly it was gunshots. It was a giant stampede. People running by.
San Jose police say there was a situation between 2 individuals outside of Macy's on the second floor. That escalated into a shooting. Police confirmed that 3 people were shot, 1 adult male, 1 adult female, and 1 16-year-old female. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police emphasizing that this was an isolated shooting.
We can take for a matter of fact that this was not unsuspected shoppers that were targeted here. This was an isolated incident with 2 individuals and unfortunately 2 others who were injured. And again, this shouldn't stop people from enjoying their holidays.
The mall was put on lockdown. Hundreds sheltering in place, many in the closest store they could get into.
And within a few minutes, the store employees actually started to close the gates and lock the sliding doors. We're saying
that the mall will be open. I called some restaurants to confirm that they will be open tomorrow. Police believe there's only 1 suspect involved. The search for that suspect is underway. Reporting live on San Jose, ABC 7 News.
Sir, thank you. And we continue. Valley Fair Mall. Workers and Black Friday shoppers alike unnerved by a shooting inside.
Well, I just saw my life like going in front of me. I was like, oh my god, what if this is my last day?
Emily Sanchez was shopping at the mall with a friend and says she made a run for it.
I just saw people running and hiding. So I just realized I just like supposed I was like someone with a gun. And I just started running like to find like a table or some place to hide.
We had a couple people who were very scared. Someone in our store actually fainted. There was a couple people who were aspirating a lot. They were breathing really hard.
Jade Apostol works at the Lululemon and helped get people to safety.
Actually, all of our coworkers, we were very calm. We tried to make sure that everyone was safe. Everyone was in the back room, and everyone was put in there very orderly.
We need to stop this, man. Like it happens too much. We need to have like a safe place, safe environment to shop. There's a lot of families, and it just sucks seeing everybody's facial expressions because you could tell that, especially all the little kids and the older people.
How does this make you feel about coming back to the mall, about doing your shopping for the holidays? And I don't know. They said that they will go back to Black Friday shopping. How do you feel about going back to work?
I'm a little apprehensive, just because it is scary. It's a lot. It's very traumatizing. I was also just seeing there was a couple kids who were in there, probably under the age of 10, and just seeing their faces mortified. So right now I'm a little apprehensive. If they tell us to go in, I may or may not, depending on how I feel in the morning.
I'm gonna be nervous. I was trying to call my manager to see if everybody's okay, but I'm having, because I work tomorrow actually, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to call him because I don't know. This really traumatized me. You know, it's scary, but you know, I can't let shit palace down. That's really where I work. You know, so I have to be there for the family.
Was that not a crazy news story or not? Or what? Man, where do we start? So, I guess we can start here. I'm gonna tell y'all this. And y'all listen to me. Listen up. So, what used to be normal events, and by the way, Black Friday shopping, you could take it or leave it. It could be hit or miss. Literally, it could be hit or miss in terms of, you know, out there shopping and amongst the ruckus, amongst the madness, the insanity. You never know what can happen. I remember, I think it was like 2013. I was working somewhere and I seen some ladies willing to fight and throw down, slug it out over a TV, over a $200 big screen TV. You know, maybe it was like 150 or something. Anyway, it was a huge TV on sale. So you brave the elements. But things that we would consider to be normal, like just going out and shopping, looking for the big deals, yeah, it's not like that no more. You know, you guys seen the news story. I mean, as far as I know, I think 3 or 4 people got injured, hospitalized. Thankfully, you know, thank the Father, you know, up in heaven, that nobody lost their life. But it's unfortunate that people did get hurt. Y'all saw that people got traumatized. Y'all saw that people was bothered. Y'all saw that workers took this incredibly hard, and such they should. And that's the thing. That's the thing with the video. You can't just do what you want to do no more. Somebody's probably mad. Somebody probably feel like, you know, it's the holiday time. They don't have their family. They don't know how they're going to get their kids gifts. They feel some kind of way. They might feel hopeless. They might be numb. And when you numb, when you hopeless, when you numb, when you feel like you're going to give up, when you feel those things, hopeless, numb, like you're going to give up, you're a prime candidate for the devil to just sneak in and use you to do demonic activity with, because you feel like I'm hopeless. You feel like you ain't got nothing going. That's sad, man. That's super, super sad. That's super tragic. That it even happened. Again, thankfully, nobody lost their life, but it shouldn't be like that. You know, the public, from the workers to the shoppers, you know, can't put a exact wording on just how traumatizing it is, because you never know unless you went through it. You know, you guys saw the clothes scattered on the floor. That's just one sight. You know, I don't know how many people heard and saw the loop shooting up here, or the loop shooting that took place. Was it downtown Chicago? I think it was. You know, because I'm in the Midwest area, so it was crazy. I saw news clips, people just scattering, like people like rats and roaches. You know, which if somebody's shooting, that's what you're gonna do, right? You know, you're gonna try to preserve your life. But it was a holiday festivity. I don't think I covered that, but nonetheless, it was a holiday festivity, and it ends in a shooting. And unfortunately, somebody lost their life in that incident. But yeah, this took place in San Jose, Santa Clara. To everybody involved, you know, I feel horrible that this took place. These are people, just friends and family members, trying to go out and shop, trying to enjoy some Black Friday shopping. And, you know, there used to be a saying, you know, I'm never going to try to be insensitive because I don't want to be insensitive. But there was a saying that said, shop. It used to be called shop till you drop. Now, you go out, shop, and people might be trying to drop you. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I say this because that's what type of times we in. That's the kind of world we in. And that's what people is on. So, again, things that we could perceive as normal, like grocery store shopping. I talked about the turkey incident, you know. People could be going out. You could be at the library. You could be going out in public, making public appearances, you know, shopping amongst the public. Anything can happen. That's one thing I learned. I remember a place I worked at, me and some workers, we talked about knowing what all the X's is at all times. Because if somebody come in and they just decide, I'm mentally unraveling, I'm not right, I hate the world. If somebody's thinking like that, you better know how to get out of there. You know, it's crazy. And that's why 99%, 95% of employers make you watch mass shooting videos, make us watch video footage and answer questions, because you never know who's going to snap in this society. But even though people watch that, you can never be prepared for it. You know, and I think as I close, the roughest one that I watched in that video was the young lady who said, "This could be my last day." She looked to be a young lady, you know, very young, full of life, long life ahead of her, hopefully, you know. Yeah. And she goes through that, and it humbles you, and it's traumatizing, and it's just mind-boggling, and it just rattles you, you know. But again, that's the society that we're in, and it's just tough to watch. It's just tough to look at. But I wanted to cover it because these things can go down anyhow, any which way. So look, guys, give me your thoughts and opinions on what you think about this. If you saw this clip, saw this news clip, it was about 8 minutes long, but I cut out about a minute. I gave you guys a good, you know, debriefing on that. I could have let it play all the way out, but I wanted to trim a little bit of the video, but so I could, you know, have more time to talk, because it was about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Originally 8 minutes. But yeah, hit that like button. You know, subscribe if you haven't. We change it up and we cover news stories sometimes. Things that's going on in the news that I think that you guys might want to know, hear about. Mad, crazy world that we're in. And we all just have to be careful. Watch our surroundings. Stay safe, stay prayed up, and believe in a higher power. Anyway, I'm RC. I'm out. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Salute.